Karunakarn ji.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I would like to participate in the discussion of the supplementary demands. I don't like to go for a detailed speech as I have been experiencing in the budget discussion. Sir, I would like to confine my speech only on 3 or 4 points. I would like to start it with the Kisan's issue. Sir, each and everyone says that Kisan or the farmers are the backbone of our economy. Sad to say that the backbone is now broken. It is because the decisions taken by the government. Sir, it is obvious to all. Chair himself knows it well that either in Madhya Pradesh or Rajasthan or of Maharashtra, there were big Kisan struggles, irrespective of the political parties and political colors. Farmers are coming together. You see, it is not with a pleasure that they are going to commit suicide. Even the government is forced to shoot many of the farmers. Even I know that they are the BJP farmers, whether the BJP farmers or the CPM farmers or the Congress farmers, that doesn't matter. Sir, here, the main issue is that when the government come in power, they said that they are ready to implement the recommendation of the Swaminathan Commission. That is the 50% more to the cost of production. And the BJP also said that they would give 150% more with regard to the cost of production. But nothing is materialized. As a result, the cost of production for the farmer and also the actual earnings they are getting, there is a big gap. So what is the answer that the government has to give? Government says that the growth rate is very high. We are going to the Make India and also the Glittering India. But at the same time, the issue of the farmers, still they are in difficulty. So the better MSP, minimum support price, that you have promised, that you are bound to give, I think that more amount has to be given. 100 items are included in the supplementary demands. I am not disagreeing with any of the items, but the massive investment in the agriculture sector and also the write-off the loans of the Kisan, especially in these states, in almost all the states. That is the first demand that I raised with regard to this. Sir, the government also said that we are ready to give, as stated by Mr. Venugopalan, that 2 crores employment every year. It means that 3 years is passed. 6 crores employment you have to give. Can you give the details? No, instead of the 6 crores, only 3 lakhs that you have given. So how can you say that the growth rate is high, but at the same time, employment to the unemployed youth are not getting, as stated here. You see that due to the disinvestment, many of the workers who are getting employment, they are now unemployed, just because of the decision that you are taking. In my own state, there are about 6 public undertakings that government has decided to disinvestment. Government of Kerala is ready to give all assistance, but government is not ready to hear all these issues. So the major decision taken by the government, there are 2 issues. That is, one is the demonetization and other the GST. The House has discussed in detail the demonetization. Not only we, but many of the members from their side, they have made it clear that the negative impact of the demonetization in many sectors, in the agriculture, in the trading sector. I know that in Bombay, they said in the House itself that there was a steep decline in the trade just because of the demonetization. That is true in the agriculture sector also. We have the reports now with regard to the agrarian crisis in the northern states, that it is because of the demonetization that they are not getting money because there is less money in the market. So they are forced to give their produce the price that they get. So, as stated by other members, we want to know what is really the fake money that the government has received. We haven't opposed the demonetization in the House. Congress party hasn't opposed. We have opposed because you said 4 reasons: black money, fake money, black money, fake money, and also terrorism, and also the economic growth. These 4 issues, economic survey says that instead of 8%, 6.5% is the economic growth. It means it has come down 1.5%. With regard to the black money, without this demonetization, you have the enforcement department, you have the vigilance department, you have the income department, you have the CBI, all these instruments can be used. Then what is the use of it? And with regard to terrorism, Mr. Venugopalan made it clear that what is happening there. In the last election, the polling output is only 7%, and the by-election it is only 2%. Whether you are able to you are able to take the people of Jammu Kashmir in the mainstream. So it is not the issue of the black money, but the policy that the government has to take. So on these 4 issues, the government has failed. So you can't justify. At least you say now itself what is the fake money that you received in the Reserve Bank. In the last discussion, our Prime Minister was present here. We asked what is the amount of the black money. No reply. Arun Jaitley, no reply. Reserve Bank Governor, no reply. They are not able to. They are counting. Countless counting. Countless counting is going on. What is the total amount of the black money? Then what is the justification? Because the decision of the government should have some credibility and validity. You said some of the reasons, but you have to substantiate that. Sir, today in the question hour itself, it is said that with regard to the LPG, you see, government has decided to withdraw subsidy on LPG. They have ordered state-run oil companies to reduce subsidy on cooking gas by ₹4 per cylinder every month. It is to eliminate all the subsidies by March next year. Public sector oil companies were authorized to increase price of the subsidized domestic cylinder by ₹2 per cylinder with effect from 2016. The government again authorized oil companies to continue to increase the effective price of the subsidized LPG by ₹4. Sir, it means that there should not be any subsidy. Is your contribution that you are going to the common people? Sir, with regard to the GST, we have discussed that issue in very detail. Here also, we support the GST. Though we have given number of amendments, no amendment was accepted by the government. And I think I myself have taken the issue of the price rise 3 or 4 times in this house. Then our finance minister said that the price rise is common. We are not able to control, but it would be controlled if the GST will come into existence. But what is the result? In almost all the items, the tax rate and all other issue has become more and more difficult. Sir, you take for example, the GST has imposed from July 1st. GST has put a new burden on the common people. Small and tiny enterprises, traders, unorganized sector, industries and service like textile, BD, pharmaceuticals, construction, transport, tailoring, small newspaper, matches and fireworks all are badly affected. Which is not left, sir? Sir, instead of bringing down the prices of many commodities, the iniquitous tax structure has resulted in the rise in prices of many commodities and services. GST is one form of indirect taxes and it has been increased now. Though there have been reduction in tax rates, these are not being passed the benefit of the common people, but it goes to the benefit of the corporate. Sir, there is no justification imposing 5% tax on equipment used by the disabled people, 12% tax on sanitary napkins and 18%, 12% to tax on AC and non-AC restaurant. Tax on essential medicines have no justification at all. It affects the common people. GST has imposed 18% tax on the synthetic yarn, which would cost the prices of synthetic sarees, which are used by the women of the lower income groups. GST has taken aggressive steps to the welfare measures of non-coal mining, BD, and cigarette sector. The workers are rejected welfare and social security benefits who are working in the sector. Sir, it also affects the idea of the clean energy. Yeah, clean energy promotion of the government, since the clean energy and the carbon tax is going to be diverted to GST compensation fund, it also affects. Sir, small traders with a turnover of 20 lakhs per annum have to file their returns online. It would make much difficulty to them. The past year's experience